everybody and welcome to another Neca review. Again, thanks to my good boy Roland, I'm bringing you a classics masked predator. I've been after this guy for some time. As you can see, I have already taken him out of the box. I had to get those twisty ties off him and I had to have a bloody good play with him because he is magnificent. Taking a look at the box, you've got the original Predator logo, you've got the Predator masked classic from the movie on the side there, and you've got the 1/4 scale logo up the top, again with the alien text along the side there. Very nice touch. On the side of the box we can see the full Predator mask image covering both sides there, and again you've got more alien text and you've got kind of the targeting sensor thing on the top there. On the opposite side here we've got the also available, you've got the open mouthed and the closed mouth Predator minus their masks. And on the back of the box, this is actually the toy itself, done very much in the style of the Predator movie, with him kind of standing there, his targeting sensor going on there. And you've got also available here, you've got you expand your clan with a complete collection of 8-inch format. You've got some really nice, I love that dog Predator, that is fantastic. You've got deep in the jungle, several bodies have been discovered, skinned and hanging from trees. Who or what could have done this is a mystery. An elite special force team is called in to investigate, and they discover something far worse than they could have imagined. The Predator. An alien which has come to Earth with a desire to hunt humans for sport. Dum dum dum! Let's get him out of the box. Here he is out of the box, and my first thoughts are, Ben, why has it taken you so long to start collecting these? What a truly magnificent figure. He is a complete work of art. I am astonished at the level of detail on this guy. He comes with 3 accessories. This is the backpack which clips onto his back. I mean, just look at the detailing and the paint applications on this. They are extremely impressive. Just the levels they've gone to. And this is heavy. This is a real solid piece. I love like this tech look to it. You get a spare hand, which is a clenched fist. I love this slimy, lizard-like look to it. It actually looks like it's wet. I imagine we're going to have to be pretty careful of that thumb. I imagine that could easily get broken. But the level of detail, it looks like skin underneath like a gel, doesn't it? That is some serious artwork there. And you get his plasma cannon for his shoulder, which is, it's on a ball joint there. And it's just a peg here, and there's a peg just on the shoulder there. I'll show you when I put it on. But just look at the level of detailing on this. Almost got like some scorch marks along the lip of the cannon there. First impressions, wow. To fit the shoulder pad on, there's a peg just here. You push this peg down and basically the grooves fit the contours of the Predator's armour, holding it all onto place. If you look on top of the armour here, there's a small piece of plastic with a hole either side. You can then slide the cannon on, and there we go, it clips on, and you can got full use of the ball joint there. Just taking a look at the level of detail on this guy, the weathering they've got on the mask there, it's absolutely fantastic. You've got the battle damage scars here, you've got even the painting on the kind of eye laser tracker there. Really great use of paint apps. Love how they've even got the kind of wires and the dreads, random hairs and that hanging down. And as you look behind the mask, although the mask isn't removable, you get a glimpse of the Predator skin underneath. Again, that lovely slimy looking texture going down to that neck, again with the lizard-like look to it. You've got these separated rubber kind of dreadlocks, all individual, basically giving you a full range of movement on the head. Go down to the neck, you've got this really highly detailed kind of blackwashed bones around the neck, all on a string. You can then come across to the chest armour. Let's take a closer look at the armour. Again with this battle damage and scarring with absolutely tremendous paint applications there. A real dirty metallic look to it. I mean, I actually thought it was kind of metal to look at, but it's not. It is just a really well painted plastic. Got the pipes going over to the shoulder, again with this fantastic armour. This is actually rubber, this armour here, but I thought it was a solid piece. Got the netting throughout the entire body as well. Now I know there's been a few complaints about the netting. I think mine has a couple of small tears in it. Basically, when you move the figure, the netting is quite a thin netted material and it is prone to breaking. I mean, I know a lot of people have got theirs out of the box and it's already been broken from new, so that's a bit of a sad thing, but doesn't take away from the overall aesthetics of the figure. Coming down the arm, we have his device kind of console on his wrist there with his blades. Now the blades are retractable and extendable. Slide those in and out, and they're pretty sharp. The detailing on those arms, that's just incredible. Really love how they've done that. It's probably the most detailed Neca figure I own to date. Taking a look at the other side, you've got the doop 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 doop. You got his computer display on there, and you got the tassels around his wrists, and you got those hands. Look at those hands. They are incredible. I'm just fascinated by this paint application. And I think these are all individually hand painted, and so I mean, no two figures are going to be exactly the same, but wow, the detailing on this guy. Going down the body, you can actually see that this Predator wasn't the fittest of all the Predators. I mean, he's got some love handles here, and you go down and you see he's got kind of really, really chunky thighs around the groin crotch plates. And that's good, you know, it kind of gives you the impression that that this species had like their own hunters that go out, and they didn't have to be physically fit because they were just going out to, like, as we do, you get your stereotypical guy that really unfit, really out of shape, going out in the woods and hunting his deer. And yeah, I think this is kind of what they were going for with the Predator. He's got these really chunky kind of mushroom tops there. Going down the legs, you've got this really nice arm again with this kind of damaged effect going on. Go down this oily skin down to the shins, where you've got the tassels across the shins, again with the aged and weathered look, going down with the cables, and then down to these magnificent feet with the odd heel spur bit there sticking out. You've got these really warped, disgusting kind of flattened feet with the weapon being flattened where he's standing down. Taking a look at the back of Predator, you've got this kind of leather skirt, which is made of the rubber material, so it's really flexible and moves with it. You've got this human-esque spine thing just hanging there, and you've then got his trophies, which are made of various different skulls just scattered across his body. The attention to detail is flawless. Now, he's a beautiful figure, but how does he move, I hear you ask? Now, the head, as we saw earlier on, is on a really nice ball joint. You've got a full range of motion there. It's not hindered. You've got the dreadlocks here, but it's not hindered by the shoulder cannon at all. Shoulder cannon itself, up and down movement, can be reversed. I think it was Corey, switched his round, stuck it the other way, so it was kind of fatter. You've got a nice ball joint on the shoulder there. Comes down to the elbow. You've got a swivel at the elbow and a small elbow crunch, and you've got ball jointed wrists. Now obviously do be careful when you're using any of these joints due to this netting on the joints that is prone to tearing. Again, I can show you on this shoulder because there's no netting. You've got a really great ball joint on the top of the body, a nice swivel stroke bend on that elbow, and again on the wrist. Come down to the waist. You do have a very tight waist swivel, again not wanting to tear this netting. The thighs, you've got a swivel at the top, you've got a swivel mid-thigh, very hindered by the nets unfortunately. Got a nice bend at the knee, rubber over the kneecap there so not to hinder, and you've got a swivel and a slight tilt on the ankle. Now although the articulation is superb in my opinion, the more recent Predators such as I think City Hunter or maybe the Lost Predators, they now have the new Neca thighs, which are more like the DCUC figures, you know, so they've cut in and you can bend them up and down, so you've got even more motion, and I believe they may even have an ab crunch. Don't quote me on that, I don't have them yet, but I will be getting them. I'm an addict. They did reuse this mould. They reused it for the Gort Predator. If you don't know anything about the Gort Predator, basically it was the original mask design which was meant to feature in the first Predator movie, but they felt that the mask gave too much away. They wanted to keep the look of the Predator underneath the mask a secret until the end of the film. And they believed that the Gort mask gave too much of the details, like with the mandibles and that. It gave too much of it away. Although the Gort mask did get a cameo appearance in Predator 2 when Danny Glover's character is on board the ship and he sees the Predators, and there's little Gort. So again, they used this mould and they used the Gort mask. Now I did have a chance to get that one, but I chose to get this Classics one instead because, wow, I'll tell you why. Because I've got Dutch, that's why. Having Dutch, I felt I really needed to get the Classics Predator to finish off that look. And wow, don't these guys look amazing together. The height difference there between the Predator and Dutch is fantastic. It makes such a difference. A lot of these quarter scale figures are nigh on the same height. And brilliantly, the Predators are more of a 19 to a 20 inch figure, which can make all the difference when displaying them. These guys look absolutely fantastic together, and I cannot wait to get more of these Predators. I'm going to have to get myself the Elder Predator. I'll have to get the City Hunter. Oh, there's so many. Maybe Big Red. Oh, what have I started? So in summary, although this is a slightly rarer Predator now, and the costs of these guys are going up and up, I would advise you all to go out and get this figure while you still can. He is a fantastic piece. He's one of the original Predators that Neca done, and probably still one of the best pieces Neca have done to date. He is a pure work of art and a must for any collector. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, goodbye.